We are an independent Portuguese advisory firm specializing in Portugal's Golden Visa program. We've been in the market for nearly 7 years now, and our team has guided thousands of applicants. The fact of the matter is, our clients come to us because they want unbiased advice, not a sales pitch. They want a team that's transparent, honest, and genuinely committed to their success. And back in the day when we started, we made a deliberate choice not to follow the trend of agencies that spread themselves across dozens of Golden Visa programs, countries, and visa types. The fact of the matter is, when you do that, the focus inevitably shifts to processes and optimization. Our focus, however, has always been and remains quality of service. We guide people seeking a different lifestyle, a plan B, a better future for their children or parents, or simply investment diversification. And trust me when I say this, we feel the brunt of that responsibility on our shoulders with every single client. We walk our clients through the critical investment selection stage and ensure they have access to specialized teams in every area throughout all of those steps. This is one of the most important questions you can ask because the wrong partner can cost you money, stress, and time. Let me start with how agencies make money, because this is where I think confusion lies. Some agencies charge you a setup fee, plus they will take a broker fee from the fund managers when they place a client. Now, a lot of the agencies charge a setup fee in an attempt to hide the fact that they still get remunerated by the fund managers. The fact of the matter is, we receive this broker fee as well, but we do not charge you an agency fee, and we are transparent as to how we get remunerated. That means that you have no additional costs by working with us. Now, the important aspect is whether that fee drives the advice or not. How do we ensure that we have your interest at heart? We provide access to the full market. That means all eligible investment options that grant you the Golden Visa, and in regards to the funds, all CMVM regulated fund options. So basically, the decision is then based on your risk profile, your tax situation, your funds sector expertise, and their track record, your objectives, and other variables. The broker fee exists regardless of which fund you choose, so our incentive is basically to place you in the right fund, not the easiest option for us. Now, beyond the commission question, here are some red flags, if you will, that I've seen over now nearly 7 years in the market. First, slow response times. If an agency takes days to reply during the sales process, meaning when they're trying to win your business, imagine how they'll treat you after you've signed up. And this is a multi-month, multi-year relationship, so communication speed matters. Second red flag, multi-program agencies. Now, this in itself may not be an issue, but be wary of companies offering dozens of investment migration programs across different countries. They do it all, but the question is, do it well? Their expertise is diluted, their attention span is diluted, their teams are scattered around the globe, and at times, we've seen them putting more resources onto some programs in detriment of others. So you'll have multiple points of contact, and at times very junior. The focus in those cases can become on speed and sales volume and not quality guidance. At the end of the day, your money isn't supporting a local business based in Portugal. It's actually helping a corporation grow based in some tax haven such as Dubai. We focus on Portugal. We live here. We know this program. Another red flag, setup fees for superfluous tasks. So watch out for agencies charging thousands of euros in agency fees, 5, 10, 20,000, for things like background checks or document verification fees. A lot of these items are completely useless and serve only to justify those hefty fees. Next red flag, lack of program knowledge. Now, I know this sounds basic and I've seen it repeatedly, but agencies that cannot explain the difference between the fund route and the cultural donation is an issue. Agencies that claim the fund option isn't even available when it actually states in the law is an issue. So if they cannot answer your questions confidently and accurately, they're not worth your time. Moving on. Aggressive marketing and sales tactics. This applies to agencies, to funds, and in certain cases to the law firms. We have had actually to complain to the regulatory body in the country after seeing certain funds using clickbait marketing tactics to drive their volumes, basically using false claims. Some agencies will blur the line between the Golden Visa program and the Portuguese nationality because it makes the sales pitch more compelling. So if an agency does not make the distinction clearly, they're prioritizing the sale over your understanding. Moving on, next red flag, limited amount of options. So if an agency provides you with 5, 10, 15 options of funds as opposed to the full extent of the market, it's because they're focusing on process simplification or commercial gains and not your best interests. Another red flag that we see in the market, conflict of interest with in-house legal teams. Be cautious of agencies where the same entity providing legal services provides you with the investment advice. Your lawyer should be performing independent due diligence on the fund you're considering. Now, that's hard to do objectively when they work for the same company recommending you the fund. So separation of roles protects you. Last red flag, excessive automated communications. And now this is annoying to say the least. Now, from time to time, that is fine and needed. But if every interaction feels like generic emails and you see no personalization, basically you're just a number in a system. So in a summary, the fact is that the Golden Visa industry has attracted a lot of operators, especially when the real estate was the main route. Agencies appeared overnight to capture the commissions. Now, some of them may still be around, and your job will be to distinguish between those who exist to collect your fees and those who exist to guide you through a complex process, whilst also having your best interest at heart. First, zero investment bias. We give you access to every eligible investment product for the Golden Visa, and moreover, every fund in the market. Now, as the funds are the preferred option, I'll use that as the example moving forward. The fund you select won't be based on our potential earnings, it will be based on what meets your needs. We'll build a profile for each and every single client, and then present a data-driven shortlist of CMVM regulated funds ranked by performance, strategy, tax framework, and risk tolerance. So our advice aligns with your financial objectives and not our sales commissions. Second, zero additional cost to you on top of the $500,000 that you'll be investing. We receive an introductory fee from fund managers. Now, I know that might raise eyebrows, I understand, but as I said, we deliver every option in the market, and the broker fee exists regardless of which fund you choose, so there is no bias in what we recommend. Third, we are founder-driven. I'm personally involved in daily operations and have been for many years now. Our deliberately boutique structure means you work directly with founders or senior advisors. So that means no delegation to junior staff, no multiple points of contacts scattered outside of Portugal, something all too common at large corporation migration firms. Fourth, and this is critical for our USA clients, we built rigorous workflows around IRA, 401k, PFIC, and FATCA reporting. So we act in a way as a shield between your wealth and cross-border regulatory risk. Fifth reason, full lifecycle commitment. Now, we cannot be experts in all of the fields, it's impossible, but we can connect you with the best-in-class specialists so that you have all of the necessary pieces put together efficiently. Examples, a USA-based apostille agency that cuts processing from months to a couple of weeks. An international transfer provider that saves thousands in bank fees and locks in advantageous exchange rates. A committed Portuguese legal team that reduces application stress. Another example, a USA-based custodian for retirement accounts if you're using your IRA. We're not affiliated with any of these providers, but we have interviewed many in their fields over years, and we have obtained, over the course of time, from our clients ample feedback. So basically, we manage all third-party coordination to deliver a clean and efficient application that minimizes your risk. Sixth and finally, and I might be overly direct here, but despite our very good success and volumes in terms of clients over many years now, we remain smaller than some of the big global migration firms. So what does that mean for you? We have to go that extra mile every single day for you so that we are better than our competition. That means we are available, and I cannot say 24/7, but close to that. We are responsive, committed, and expert in the fields, and we are transparent.